Crash Nitro Kart. Released in 2003, developed by Vicarious Visions, yep, same studio behind this. The second racing game in the Crash Bandicoot series for the PS2, GameCube, and Xbox. I'm going to be playing the PS2 version of this game. Now we are not only going to 100% this game, but also get every achievement for Crash Nitro Kart. Now I know what you're thinking. Achievements? What are you talking about? This game has no achievements. You can't even play it on modern platforms. And you are correct. But what if I told you there was a way to earn achievements in old games like this one? Allow me to introduce to you RetroAchievements. It's a platform that allows you to earn achievements in old games like this one. Mainly games that may never get a re-release of some sort. Also games that may never get achievements in any way. Crash Nitro Kart has 73 achievements total. So let's not waste any more time and dive right in. So one of my favorite things about Crash Nitro Kart might be the premise. I think the game's premise is the thing for me that makes this game memorable. For the story, we see Team Crash and Team Cortex both getting abducted by a strange beam of light. They both find themselves in what seems to be a coliseum somewhere in the far out galaxy. Both sides then get greeted to Emperor Velo. Emperor Velo summoned these two groups to race purely for the sake of entertaining his audience. If they win, they earn back their freedom. If they lose, Earth will be destroyed. Crash Nitro Kart was a game that had a lot of shoes to fill. This was the sequel to CTR, considered one of the best kart racers ever made. CTR is one of my personal favorite games. I fully completed that game and the remake many times. I've also played Crash Nitro Kart growing up, but I don't think I've ever fully completed Crash Nitro Kart up until now, which is actually what sparked this video. Alright, so Crash Nitro Kart has two campaigns basically. You have Team Cortex and Team Bandicoot. I think for Team Bandicoot, I'm just going to play the game normally. We are going to have to 100% both teams, but for Team Bandicoot, I'm just going to play the game normally, try and get as many miscellaneous stuff as I can, and for Team Cortex will be cleanup. I do all the cleanup stuff. This is going to be fun. Whoa, I forgot how floaty these controls are. That's gonna take time to get used to. Alright, that's Crunk. Easy peasy. You know, I don't think I've ever gotten like all the platinum relics in this game. So this is actually gonna be the first time for me. Progressing Crash Nitro Kart is about the same as CTR's progression. You collect trophies by winning some races, and after collecting a certain amount of trophies, you'll be able to beat the world's dedicated boss. Now I really admire how each boss in this game represents their home world, since these boss characters all come from their own planets. After beating a boss, you are able to explore the hub world and gather all the collectibles like relics and tokens. Tokens require you to collect the letters C and K in a race, and also having to win that race. And relics are basically time trials. Relics have 3 tiers: Sapphire, Gold, and Platinum. We need the Platinum Relic every track, especially since every track has a Platinum Relic achievement. Playthrough 1 was straightforward, just play the game normally. Only effort I had to put in is getting the Platinum Relics. Now, I don't have much memory of ever doing the Platinum Relics for this game. Many of the Platinum Relics weren't that hard to get, but there were a couple of tracks that was either close or did take a couple of tries. Yeah, some of these aren't too bad. Just trial and error. I think that really the trick to getting the platinum relics for all of these is to just smash all the crates. And of course being up to speed. Okay, that one was close. Okay, I don't like how close I'm getting in some of these. You know, I've realized Crash Nitro Kart's the tracks in Crash Nitro Kart are basically a remixed version of the original game's tracks. Only original tracks might be all the Technique tracks and Hyperspaceway. You know, I'm starting to notice that it might just be Inferno Island where the controls feel stiff, because every other track, well, they still feel floaty, but here you feel restrictive in the controls, you know? Oh my god. 0.1 second. That is close. Okay, that's all the platinum relics. Hopefully I don't have to do them again. I think the two tracks that gave me a hard time to platinum was Jungle Boogie and Inferno Island. Majority of my first playthrough was getting the platinum relics, gathering the tokens, and beating the bosses. I did get a couple of miscellaneous achievements during my first run. Achievements like Meow Mix. Well, actually, I got this one randomly. But all you have to do is play adventure mode. And Boost Crazy for performing 100 consecutive boosts in a single race. One of the satisfying things that Nitro Kart introduced was the boost counter. There's just something about seeing this number go up. It just encourages you to keep going. Once we visited each of these worlds and beaten all of their respective bosses, we now have the option to race Velo. Of course we can't race him yet. We have to collect all the remaining relics and tokens, and obtain the gems. These gems are found in Velo's vault, which is somewhere in his Coliseum. You just gotta drive around and find this door right here. The gem races are basically tournaments, where you have to complete a set of races. Getting these gems didn't take too much trouble, especially at this point of the game. Now that I've accustomed to the controls, the gem races were pretty easy. After collecting all the gems, all that's left to do is to race Velo. Now, Velo is a hard boss to beat. Your only way to beat him is to take this shortcut in all 3 laps. And this shortcut can take some time to master, but if you take that shortcut for all 3 laps, should be able to beat him no problem. And with that, that's the first adventure mode playthrough wrapped. Now I figured now is a good time to do the Entropy and Velo time trials. At this point of the game, I've gotten really used to the game's clunky controls and physics. The Entropy time trial didn't give me too much trouble at all. We also unlock Entropy himself for beating all of his time trials. But Velo's time trials, well, some tracks were tricky. Alright, that wasn't too bad. Milliseconds close, but manageable. Oh my god, he's so fast. Okay, let me try switching characters. Maybe that'll do something. Since each character has like different stats. Dude. Oh my god. He is a speed demon. Jesus. Okay, this track is really hard. Okay, I'm just gonna have to skip this one for now. I know in CTR this track is one of the hardest. Let's see how hard this one is. That actually wasn't that bad. Okay. I wonder how hard Electron Avenue is gonna be. Damn. Done. Alright, back to Barren Ruins. God, the physics in this game, along with the invisible walls, just make this more frustrating than it needs to be. I need a break. There is no room for error in this track. Like, you cannot screw up. This is such an easy track, but Velo is just so fast. How does he get that fast? He has to slip up at some point. There is just no way. Oh my god, he slips up at the 3rd lap. Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh, I finally beat it. Yeah, he slips up on the 3rd lap. I wonder how close I was. That's how close I was. Well, that's all the Velo time trials. I've actually never done the Velo time trials. This is my first time doing all of them. Kinda sucks that the reward was nothing, but at least I got achievements. Barren Ruins. My god. This track right here has no reason to be this hard. Velo is a complete speed demon in this track. No room for error. If there is any moment where you lose speed, that's it, it's over. It's only in the 3rd lap where he appears to slip up, and it's probably the only time he slips up in that track. It is your one and only window of opportunity, and you cannot waste that opportunity. Thunderstruck and Clockwork Wumpa were the second and third tracks I struggled with. Spent a lot of tries in them, but not as much as Barren Ruins. Even though I haven't mentioned the other tracks, some of them were still close calls, even if I did them first try. But that's the time trials part of the game fully completed. We don't have much left, other than a couple more miscellaneous achievements, such as Marathon Marsupial, where we have to do a 7-lap race on Hyper Spaceway on hard, without getting hit or falling off. Now this took me about 2 attempts max. Again, take the shortcut. As long as you're extremely ahead of everyone, you're very likely not to get hit. Also very quickly get the Arena Editor achievement. Then we have to get the Cup Tournament achievements, where we have to race all 4 cups on hard difficulty. Which again, at this point of the game, I'm very used to the game's physics, so completing these cup races weren't that hard either. Now it's time for the final playthrough with Team Cortex. Also for the Team Cortex playthrough, we're also going to have to get the Platinum and Gold relics for this playthrough as well, to get that 101% as Team Cortex. So yes, we basically have to 101% the game as both Team Bandicoot and Team Cortex. And we also have to get our remaining achievements during this playthrough as well. Even though we don't have much left, these last remaining achievements just so happen to be the hardest to obtain. There were a couple of easy ones. We do get Trash Nitro Kart for just playing the game as Team Cortex, and Feeding Frenzy for activating the Frenzy ability 3 times in a single race. I haven't brought up the Frenzy ability yet, have I? Frenzy is basically your team ability that allows you to use a lot of random items quickly. This game was more of a team game than Crash Team Racing itself. Now it took me till the second playthrough to get this achievement. I could have gotten it in the first playthrough, but honestly, I always forget about the Frenzy ability, despite this being on my screen all the time. I always forget to use it. I mean, I forget I even have a teammate during these races. Our next achievement is Impromptu Speed Spelling. This achievement requires you to collect the C and K letters during the final lap in any race, and then finish in first place. I think this challenge also exists in CTR Nitro Fueled, although I can't remember if this was an in-game challenge or an achievement. I did this achievement in Tiny Temple. Next is Reserved for the Very Best, where we have to maintain our boost reserves throughout an entire 3-lap race, and we can't use any Terra tracks or Electron Avenue. This achievement is also really hard. It's hard enough to turn properly with these controls, and we have to maintain our speed throughout an entire 3-lap race without losing our boost. We also cannot brake, U-turn, and air brake to get this achievement. However, there is one track where this achievement is possible: deep sea driving. And before you think about the propellers, there is a solution to that problem. You just gotta race Nash. You see, the propellers don't spin during the Nash boss race. With all of our miscellaneous achievements now done, that just leaves the Crystal Challenge achievements, where we have to beat these Crystal Challenges in a certain amount of time. These were the last achievements I needed. I had also completed every event as well. All I have left is Velo, but I can't race Velo again until I get these last 4 achievements. And oh my god, these were brutal. Okay, I don't know how hard these medal achievements are gonna be. Okay, no, I ran out of time. Oh, come on. There has to be a specific direction I have to take in order to complete this in a timely manner. Okay, done. That wasn't so bad. Okay, once you find the route, this one was actually pretty easy. Okay, this one was also tough, but again, once you find the route, it's pretty easy. Okay, this one is tricky. What? The game just crashed. Huh? Shit. What? The game just crashed again. Okay, I just noticed for this track specifically, when you retry more than twice, the game just crashes. I don't know why, but it's really hard to learn this track when you can't even like take the time to learn it or take the retries to learn it. This is making this so difficult. So for Magnetic Mayhem, not only was this the hardest crystal challenge to complete, but for some reason, whenever you retry up to 3 to 5 times, it crashes the game. So not only does that make it frustrating to practice on this track, you also have to go to the trouble of rebooting the entire game again and pray the crash did not corrupt your save, which thankfully it didn't in my case. I don't know why this constantly happened, but I didn't let that stop me. Nope, gotta do it again. Oh my god, I got a Nuka. I think this is the one. This is the one. No. No, I fell! No! No! Oh, I was so close. That was the one and I blew it. Oh, I had an Uka. What are the chances of getting an Uka in these? I can't believe I fell like that. I had it right there in the bag and I screwed it up. I don't think I'm gonna get that lucky again. That was the one and I blew it.
Yes. Bada bing, bada boom. Yes. Yes.
Come on.
That hurt.
Oh, I'm cutting it close.
Oh.
Shit. Come on. Come on. Come on. Right there. I'm right there. Oh my god. Look at how close that was. Oh my god. Holy shit. 0.1 millisecond. It took a lot of tries. More tries than Velo Barren Ruins actually. But I just barely got it. All that's left for us to do is to beat the game one last time. Oh, I'm so close to finishing this. Nearly there, nearly there. Done. Done. Over. That's it.
Tiny, you buffoon!
Mastered Crash Nitro Kart. That was Crash Nitro Kart. While Crash Nitro Kart isn't as good as its predecessor, I have a bit of a soft spot for it. With that being said, thank you all so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.